This episode is sponsored by My Fansly. Links in the description below. Now, on with the review. I'm Mint Salad and I saw Harley Davidson in the Marlboro Man. It is directed by Simon Wincher and it stars Don Johnson and Mikey Rourke. This movie was a suggestion by Chet on Patreon, so thank you for the suggestion. So this movie starts, you get these guys. These guys are just kind of helping this other guy who's... There's this really cool bar that all these guys like to go to. And you got Harley Davidson just riding yonder. He's just riding vroom vroom to meet his good old pal. And in this town of this good old pal, there's this bar that is going bankrupt, that is going foreclosure. And the head of the bar cannot at all pay for any of this, right? So everyone devises a plan. What is going to happen? There's a lot of bar fights and whatnot. There's a whole bar fight in the beginning because these bad guys are just bad with talking and dealing with each other. So what they do instead is they're like, okay, what if instead we just rob a bank? Of course, it's laughed at, haha, funny joke. But then the sequence as follows. Trying to get a bunch of people invested in the entire, heist of this armored truck. This armored truck goes around. And immediately I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot going on right here. Wow, that's neat. Wow, I can't believe it. So, now we get to see this group of hooligans. And it's a whole elaborate plan to try to stop this armored truck from just going to the bank. And they're trying to rob this armored truck. Well, they stop the armored truck, but not before being having a couple of some street cones in their path. And the driver's like, what is their problem? What is going on? Yeah. Stuff like that. And so, it's great, because then you get an entire sequence of everyone shooting at each other. Pow, 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 pow. These guys just emerge. There's 5 guys in this tiny little sedan, and then they just start shooting these people, and everyone's trying to escape, right? And it's pretty cool because how is everyone going to escape? Well, we don't know, because everyone has a really semi-automatic gun rather, that is going to just destroy everything. It's destroying the truck. They eventually do escape by kind of leaving through the sewer where they have a truck down there, and I'm like, how did they get that truck down there? And how do I get my truck down there into the sewers? Because that seems like a really fun place to kind of drive around. Just in the sewers, you're alone, you don't have to deal with traffic. That seems like a blast. But the side effects of it is going to be it's stinky poo-poo. That's what it smells like in the sewers, if you couldn't gather that. But also, it's pretty great. So they run off with all these bags, and they open these bags, and guess what's in it? It's a thing called the Blue Dream, or Crystal Dream. It's a drug, and it was in the beginning. On the radio, it was exposited that, okay, you got this new hot drug on the market called the Crystal Dream. All the youths are taking it. And 1 out of 7 people die after taking this Crystal Dream. And then what's great is they take it, the bad guys are like, hey, you took our Crystal Dream, give us back this dream of ours or else you won't ever have a dream again. So they go to this airplane hangar and they exchange $2.5 million for these drugs. And of course, everyone's celebrating at the bar, but it's never too easy. It seems way too easy, because why would just some guys just give up money just for product without trying to get the money back? I mean, this seems a little bit obvious, but it doesn't dawn on them until it's too late. You got a bunch of bad guys. They're just coming. They're just running, walking slowly with a bunch of machine guns. Pow, 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 pow. That stuff. Super fun. But now they're on the run. They're running away. All these guys are after them. Whatever shall happen, because this is a tragedy. This is sadness. This is a deep sorrow, especially now that they're on the run. They're like, well, one of them is like, I'd rather be on the run. Well, I think it was Harley Davidson who's like, I'd rather be on the run than not be on the run. And the other guy's like, well, I'd rather be dead than on the run, because I'd rather just, like, enjoy my life. Like, come on. Just let me enjoy my life. And I don't want to be a wanted man doing that. And of course, they're on this train, they're, like, talking, and they're, like, having, like, some disagreement about, like, what to do with the rest of their life. Now that they're wanted men, one of them rolls off a train. And the other one's like, okay, fine, I'll go with your plan. So what's the plan? It's a fun plan, because they had a bet, right? About, like, oh, are we going to survive or not? And they did survive, and the bad guys gave him a coin, which had a tracker. And he disassembled the tracker, but he could reassemble the tracker, and so he does. And he takes this tracker to one of the places that they were previously with the bad guys. The airport hangar, the place that they escaped to when being on the run. So they go there, and it's pretty cool, because it's just like, there's so much going on when it comes to just the bad guys are just following them. They keep shooting them. They found them in Vegas, but you thought you were good. Haha, nope, that doesn't exist anymore. But then you got the final showdown, the bad guys. The bad guys are like, hey, what are you doing here? Come on. But they're ready to shoot the people. But the people were like, hey, you shot 4 of our friends. And now it's just the title of the movie, not the title of the movie plus 4 other people. So we're going to have some revenge on y'all. And they eventually do kill the people. And I'm like, I love it. I love that they're killing the peoples. There's a whole standoff. One of them gets shot. And also, I should mention, this movie has, like, a lot of interpersonal dialogue with each other. It's definitely, like, I feel like I'm there as, like, a buddy in the situation of the movie. Like, I'm really there, but I'm not, like, affecting any of the decisions that these people have to make. So, it's pretty cool. They eventually do confront this big old boss man, though. Big old boss man wants to have a big old chat with them, so they go to the big old skyscraper on the big old number floor, top level, pretty high up. Like, wouldn't want to fall from there. The boss man's like, hey, you gotta convince me to actually care about you and not kill you. But they're, like, having a nice chat, and he's like, also like, oh, I know your intention. Your intention is to kill me because I killed your friends, right? They're like, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But then, it's pretty cool because one of the guys doesn't have the guts to shoot him, and I like this phrase because it happens a lot. It starts with, back when my dad was living in this world, he used to tell me that you cannot shoot a man who's unarmed. And of course, like, he just lives by these tenets and is struggling with these tenets. But it's still great because at the end, he still has, like, the courage to, like, face him, like, hey, you there, stop, be gone, you are not doing good. But hey, actually, there's a helicopter. Misses everyone. But the helicopter just did it in passion because he was one of the boss man's previous workers. So that's always fun. So yeah, other than that, they're just kind of there. They defeat the boss man after finally... the boss man falls, actually. He just falls. Harley and the Marlboro man almost gets yeeted, taken down, but that doesn't happen because the boss man lets go. Boom, boss man's dead, and now they're at the rodeo, and they part ways. Marlboro man was like, hey, come here, come hither, you should be with me. And then nope, they still switch. They're on their own different paths now, and that's the end of the movie. And I'm gotta say, the original conflict still has not been resolved. Actually, the boss man, or at least one of the boss man's honchos, like killed the guy, the boss, the bar owner. That's what I meant to say. The bar owner. He killed one of the bar owners, and it's just astounding, right? Because it's a fun movie. It's definitely more relationship drama focused. The dialogue's mostly within the characters talking to each other and figuring out what they're going to do to get out of the situation that they created. And with that, they get themselves even into a more difficult situation, which I like. So I gotta give this movie a solid 7 out of 10. If you like that content, I have more content on patreon.com/ASEpresents. For $3 a month, you get a daily vlog and an extended mint salad saw. Also, $20 a month, you get a movie review, one request for 1 month. So go check out patreon.com/ASEpresents. And if you want to see me pose in this or not in this, you can go check out my Fansly at fansly.com/itsmintsalad. I do daily sets after every daily movie review, so go check out fansly.com/titsmintsalad. Until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see y'all later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.